श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
श्रीमत्कृष्ण समाह्वाय नमो यामुनसूनवे यत्कटाक्ष एकलक्ष्याणां सुलभः श्रीधरः सदा नमः यामुन पाद अब्ज रेणुभिः पावित आत्मने विदित अखिल वेद्याय गुरवे विदित आत्मने नमः अचिन्त्य अद्भुत अक्लिष्ट ज्ञान वैराग्य राशये नाथाय मुनये अगाध भगवत भक्ति सिंधवे. In nature, so nobody lacks anything. None of the two lacks anything. There is no lacuna in them. Each of them is complete in itself. Each of them is complete in himself or herself. That is why you have the word, scriptural word, Purnamidam Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaya Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. That is applied, that is now brought to our memory. So this Shri Shriya. You can remove the question Kaha and then understand that Shri Shriya. The question itself has got the answer. When you ask who is the wealth of Mahalakshmi, Shri Shriya. And again, when you ask the question who is the wealth of Sriman Narayana, Shri Shriya. The answers are also in the question. The two words Shri Shriya. The first word Shri, one lettered word Shri, just like A in Om. The Pranava syllable A is there. A tells you it is Lord Vishnu. So also Shri also says it is Lord Vishnu. Because he is also prosperous, rich. And because he is Shakti, Balam, Aishwaryam, Tejaha, Jnanam and Viryam. So all the six qualities are there. Therefore he has got everything enough. Shri. Everything sufficient. Therefore everything complete. Everything in full. Then Vastu Samarthya Aparanamangalana Lingangalale Paratvate Arlichikra. We already saw that there is no gender for the Lord. We always think that he is the husband, Lord Sriman Narayana is the husband. Then we always say husband and wife relationship. So wife is Mahalakshmi. It is not so. It is not. It is so because of our limited knowledge. Beyond certain point, we don't recognize them as husband and wife. Then how are they? What is the relationship between the two? The question is, the question is this, the answer is, I don't know. Why I don't know? Because he is he is above all. He is ununderstandable. Inscrutable are his ways. So Alvar says, he is neither a man, nor a woman, nor a transgender. Alvar says, Anum Allan, Pennum Allan, Aliyum Allan. Neither he is a man, nor is a woman, nor is a transgender. So how do we understand him? So Lingangalale. lingangal, by the genders of these words, taking into account all the three words in the question, lingangalale, Vatsu Samarthya Aparanamangal. Now, when you take the meaning of each word, so Kaha will be a masculine gender word, meaning who, W-H-O. And Kaha means Brahma. Please remember, Kaha means Brahma in Sanskrit. The creator is called Kaha. Therefore, Keshavadasa, Keshavaha, the word Keshavaha, meaning Ka plus Isha plus Avati, Keshava. Kaha, Kaha is Brahma, Ishaha, Rudra, Lord Shiva. So it becomes Keshav. Kaha is Brahma. So Ka plus Ishaha, Keshaha. But there are two people, there are Keshav. So Keshav, Avati means protects, saves, guards, helps. So in that way, so Keshav Avati iti Keshavaha. That is only one meaning. There are three meanings for Keshavaha. So here we are talking about only one meaning. So Kaha Brahma. So we also saw in the previous paragraph, Brahma, Shashi Vasendra, Stokshara Paramaswarat. So we also saw that he is Brahma, he is Indra, he is Rudra, and so on. And therefore, he is Hari. And therefore, all are one and the same. Therefore, Kaha is Brahma. Brahma is Brahmam. This is different from Brahmam in Tamil. Of course, Brahma. Brahma is equal to Brahma. Brahma means Almighty. Brahma means Creator. Now again the question is, Kaha Shrihi Shriyaha is not a question. It is not a question. And there is only a question, there is an answer. But he is only talking about Stotra Ratnam of Sri Amanacharya, talks about not a question. Afterwards, you have got the question. In the next line, you have question. So, Kashishya. So, Brahma. Again, please remember the concept which we have in Vaishnava Sampradaya. So, the Antaryami, the inner soul of Lord Creator, is Lord Sriman Narayana, and therefore Kaha means Lord Sriman Narayana. So, with this understanding, so Kaha Shishyaha is Lord Sriman Narayana is the wealth of Mahalakshmi. That is not a question, that is a statement. Kashishya. So now the contention is Vastu Samarthyam. There is a capacity of each letter, each word. In each word, if there are one or two or more letters, each letter has a meaning, and as a combination of letters, it also has some meaning, some what we call connotation, extra meaning, secondary meaning, tertiary meaning, inner meaning, what we call suggestion. So it all this here. So Vastu meaning object. What do we mean by these three words? Kaha means what is that object? Vastu means object. What is that Vastu? We are talking about two meanings of Kaha or three meanings of Kaha. Kaha means who, the question. So leave it out. Kaha is Brahma, creator. Third meaning is Kaha is the Antaryami of Brahma, namely Sriman Narayana. So Samarthyam is there. The capacity of the single letter, the word called Kaha, has got three meanings. So Vastu Samarthyam is the capacity to give the meaning differently. And you have Aparanama. Aparanama is another name. Aparanama means another name. So what is another name to Lord Sriman Narayana? Kaha. When you say Sriman Narayana with a lot of letters, Kaha is only single letter which denotes Sriman Narayana. The next letter also single letter, single rather aksharam, single syllable. I will say single syllable, not letter. So Shrihi means Sriman Narayana. Shrihi means Mahalakshmi. Then Shriyaha, the word Shriyaha in possessive case, genitive case of Sriman Narayana, of Mahalakshmi. So each one has got different names, different meanings. And we have other words also in Sanskrit. There are lakhs and crores of words which give us the meaning. Mahalakshmi, Maha, Lakshmi, 4 letters, 4 syllables. Mahalakshmi. And we have got a lot of words denoting Lakshmi Sahasranamam is there. There are thousands of names for Lakshmi, thousands of names for Vishnu. So all these are all Aparanam. And if you take many words in Sahasranama, you will find genders, different genders. Vishwam, the first word itself is an example. Vishwam. Vishwam generally means Napumsakalinga, neuter gender word, but it means Lord Sriman Narayana. Because Lord Sriman Narayana is in the form of the universe, Vishwam. The entire universe is called Vishwam. And Vishwam, Napumsakalinga word, a neuter gender word, denotes Lord Sriman Narayana. How? We say in Sanskrit, Shastra, Brahma. 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 It's a Napumsakalinga word. Tamil also we say, Adu. Adu Brahmam. Parabrahmam. Adu Kadavul. Adu Kadavul. Idu Kadavul. So he is denoted by neuter gender. We don't say Avan Kadavul, Avar Kadavul, Aval Kadavul, Ival Kadavul. So Adu Kadavul. And there are 2 points in that. Namely, because we do not know the gender of the Lord, we can't point out as Saha, Sa, and Tat. We are always saying Tat. And because Lord is indescribably great, Anirvachaniyaha, Anirvachaniyam, Brahma Anirvachaniyam. We can't explain the greatness of the Lord, and therefore we refer to it as it, it, Tat, that. We cannot say anything about it. We cannot fully describe it. And therefore I say Tat. And that is the beauty here. So whether they are different in gender, whether they are other names, whether they have capacity to give many meanings. So all this denotes Paratvam, the highest position of Lord. Paratvam is different from all others. That is when something. That is the one point. He is different from all others. We say in Sanskrit, Vilakshanam. Vilakshanam meaning different from all others. Taking all the creations into consideration, he is different from all the creation. He is unique, different from the creation. Take all the creation, individual souls, achetana, the non-sentient objects, everything, and he is different from it. Shastra wants us to discuss who is Lord Sriman Narayana. We are going to now take a list of things, take an inexhaustive list of things, and say, is this Brahma? Is this Brahma? No, this is not Brahma. Idam na. So idam na, is going to go on saying that this is not Lord, this is not Lord. Then what is Lord? Who is Lord? We do not know. Therefore, he is the highest. The highest cannot be known. Vyakhyan. I'm happy that I'm able to understand because of your support these meanings. Kaha Shri Shriyaha. Otherwise, I would not have gone very deep into the Stotra Ratanam, which was taught to me by my father. He was interested in giving me the meaning. So, Ishvara Vyatirikta Sakala Chetanamu. This is what just now I said. Ishvara Vyatirikta Sakala Chetanamu. All sentient beings, Sakala Chetanamu, meaning include all the non-sentient beings also, stone, inert objects like stone, So they have no feelings, they have no bhava, they have no emotions. Everything, what you call, all inclusive, all inclusive. They are different from Ishvara, from Lord. So Ishvara is different, Vyatiriktaha, Sakala Chetanam. They are not one and the same. And therefore, the Vaishnava Sampradaya is the propagator of this kind of policy. Whereas other philosophies will not accept it and will say the individual soul becomes the supreme soul finally. No. So தந்தாமுடைய ஸ்வரூப ஸ்திதி ஆதிகளுக்காக பற்ற வேண்டும்படியான மேன்மையுடைத்தான பிராட்டியும் தன்னுடைய ஸ்வரூப ஸ்திதி ஆதிகளுக்காக பற்ற வேண்டும்படியான மேன்மையை உடையார் உன்னை ஒழிய ஆர் கிம் க்ஷேபே ஆர்த்தமாக இல்லை என்றவன். Now the same question arises whether Mahalakshmi is equal to the Lord or not, whether she is as great as the Lord or she has some less greatness, less quality, or sometimes you can say, even we go to the extent of saying Mahalakshmi is greater in mercy, she is more compassionate. There are many people saying this. So whether Mahalakshmi is greater than Mahavishnu or Mahavishnu is greater than Mahalakshmi. Generally the Shastra says they are one and the same, but we argue within ourselves. So what is the position of, what is the status of Mahalakshmi and what is the status of Mahavishnu? Swarupa, original form, natural form, Sthiti, condition, status, Adi, etc. We mean pravritti. Next one is progress, action. The two people do actions. So when they do actions, when they do something, so is there a difference? Is there a difference between Mahalakshmi and Mahavishnu in performing activities? No, that's it. So Swarupa Sthityadigalakaha patra vendumudiyana. So in order to understand ourselves, in order to understand the individual soul, namely ourselves, we must pray to the Lord. So that is our Swarupam. Our original nature will be praying to the Lord. Our original nature will be, in order to understand ourselves, we have to pray to the Lord. We have to appeal to the Lord. And we must know our own status also. Our own status is slavery. Always one should do service to the Lord. That is Sthiti. Then etc. What about our actions? We have limited freedom. So we say Satvika Tyaga. So we are not the doers. We are only representatives. We are always instruments in the hands of God. So when we understand all this, we have to approach Goddess Mahalakshmi and Lord Sriman Narayana to understand this. And when we realize slowly the greatness of the Goddess, then we always approach Lord Sriman Narayana also. In order to understand ourselves, Tannudaya Swarupa Sthiti Adigalukkaga, in order to understand myself, I must approach both the divine couple. The divine couple must be approached. So மேன்மையை உடையார் உன்னை ஒழிய, except you, or who is there? The question is, who is there except you both? So Kim Chepe. So is there any objection? Is there any objection? Is there somebody to antagonize this policy? No. Arthamaha illai ennu. It is not purposeful. When somebody says for humor, for just play, for game, for just like that, they don't mean what they say. They don't mean what they say. When they object to the differentiation of status between the Lord and Mahalakshmi. If there is an objection, it is only for just argument purpose. The purpose of the argument, they say Mahalakshmi is greater, Mahavishnu is greater. Great. Now, the beauty in argument was done in the Goda Stuti of Sri Vedanta Desika. Goda is Andal, as you know. She was born in Siviliputtur. She loved Ranganatha. She wanted to marry him. Periyalvar brought her here. Periyalvar, of course, was what we call in apprehension. He was very apprehensive. Periyalvar was very apprehensive. He was not confident of his own daughter's love for Sri Ranganatha. Though Periyalvar had a very great concern, deep concern over Ranganatha, Palland after what we call, the only Alvar who praised him with a Palland, that is, blessed him, so that no evil eye falls on him. That's why he also sent for Pallandu for all the four, Mahalakshmi, Mahavishnu, Shankam and Chakram, all the four. He was so concerned about it, but therefore he is called the Periyalvar, great Alvar. Nobody is gone named as great Alvar, Periyalvar. And he was, but still he had some reservations about daughter Goda. So Goda came here. She was taken in a palanquin to Srirangam from Siviliputtur. She married him and she became one with him. Now the Goda Stuti says, according to Vedanta Desika, there are people during the marriage, there are people attending the wedding. They said, my bride, on the bride side, on Andal's side, on Goda's side, my bride is a good bride. My bride is better than the bridegroom. Nyunadhikatva samata vishayaihi vivadaihi. They started arguing. They started fighting in words in the wedding. My bride is better. My girl, the girl belonging to our side is better. Your bridegroom is not better than our bride. There are the other side also there. They were there. There were people to support Mahavishnu also. So on the bridegroom side, they said, our bridegroom is better. மாப்பிள்ளை ரொம்ப நல்லவர், பொண்ணு ரொம்ப நல்லவர். எங்க மாப்பிள்ளை எங்காத்து புள்ள நல்லவர். My son is good son. My daughter is good daughter. So they were arguing like that. And then there was another third party. They said both of them are equal. Both of them are made for each other. Both of them are made for each other. So we have what we call compatibility of the couple. So compatibility between the two. There are three parties arguing like that. Nyunatva, somebody said the groom has got some less number of qualities. The another said the bride has less number of qualities. The third party said everybody is equal. Both of them are equal. Nyunatva samadhika samata vishayaihi vivadaihi. Then one more beautiful argument by Goda Stuti in Vedanta Desika's Goda Stuti. The bride is being asked by her own people. On the bride side, on the side of the bride, the girl in marriage, the friends are asking, why are you marrying an old man? Purusha Puranaha. Purusha Puranaha. He is, from time immemorial, he is alive. How can you marry an old man? You are only a, rather say, 8-year-old girl. 8-year-old girl. At the age of 5, she gave out Tiruppa. Pinjile Padittal Andalai Sollu. Manavala Mamanigal called her as a mature girl at the age of 5. Pinjile Padittal. She became a fruit even as a raw fruit, raw position. So here, she gave the birth, or when she came here to Srirangam, she did not attain even puberty. So she was Kanya. Kanya meaning below 10. Kanya meaning the age below 10. So they said, they asked for just for joke, just for humor, they said, why do you marry an old man? Purana Purushaha. Then what are the other qualities? Pakshiratak Katamte. How do you marry a person who has a bird as his car? Garudan. Garuda is the chariot. Pakshiratha. Pakshiratha, the car, the chariot is a bird. After all, a bird. He doesn't possess any costly car. How can you marry a person without, with the bird as a car? Can you believe a bird? Can you have faith in the bird? Pakshirataha, Katham. They're arguing, just making fun of the girl. Then you have, he is lying down on a snake. Adishesha is the bed. Do you want to marry a boy who is lying down on a snake? On a serpent? So these are all some beautiful, humorous, chiding, fun, making fun, making a mockery. It's only a mock drill. It's a mock drill. Then asking Andal why she married. That means we do not know. We do not know the great. Ishwarim Sarva Bhutanam. Sri Suktam says 131. Ishwarim Sarva Bhutanam. She is the Lordess. She is the Lordess of all the living beings. Of all creation. Of all creation, he is the Lord. Then again, 132. Asyeshana Jagato Vishnupatni. She is the leader of the world. Asya Ishana Jagataha. Asya Jagataha, of this world, namely the universe. So you can say all the 14 worlds, all inclusive, including Nitya Vibhuti and Leela Vibhuti. So Ishana, she is the leader, female leader. Vishnu Patni, but he is the wife of Lord Vishnu. As the wife of Lord Vishnu, she is the leader. Thiruvukkum Thiruvakiya Shelva. This is the exact translation of Kasri Shriya. Nammalvar said it. Thiruvukkum Thiruvakiya Shelva. Shelva, a rich man is called addressed as Shelva. So Thiruvukkum Thiruvakiya Shrihi Shriya. Thiruvukkum Shriya, Thiruvakiya Shrihi, Shelva. Again Shri. Shriya Shrihi Shrihi. And so Enna Kadavadiri. Then Para Sattva Samashraya. Parama Sattva Samashraya. So we are talking about, already we saw the meaning of this verse. Parama Sattva. You call anybody very good person. You call anybody highest and very good person. And that very good and highest person will resort to Lord Mahavishnu and Mahalakshmi, Goddess Mahalakshmi. And therefore, when you take the word Parama, highest, so you can refer to Brahma as Pitamaha, grandfather is Lord Creator. Parameshwaraha, Lord Rudra, Shiva, is the highest leader. Parameshwaraha. So the word Paramam meaning highest will refer to here as not only Sattva, it also means Rajas and Tamas. So Rajas and Tamas, Rajas, Tamas, these are the lower qualities which point out to the gods, Brahma and others. அத்தோடு சமபிவ்யாகிருதமான சத்வத்தையும் வியாவர்த்திக்கிறது. Now we are talking about the highest good people, gods you can say, who resort to Lord, Samashraya. So he is a refuge, Samashraya is a good refuge, Lord is a good shelter, God is a good succor for all those who are called the highest and who are the good, the best person. Now the Sattva, the word Sattva is added with the highest word for highest, and then we have Shuddha Sattvatukku Ashrayamana Vigrahadigalai Udayavan are. Now remember this now. With this, what you call Vigraha. Vigraha means figure, idol, shape, form. All these are called Vigraha. In any form. So whether they are incarnations, or as we know the five forms, Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Antaryami, and Archa. Take all the five forms. To take the particularly last form, Archa form, you find in temples. And incarnations, we have heard of stories, Rama, Krishna, starting with fish, tortoise, and so on. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parashurama, Rama, Krishna, Balarama, and so on. Kalki. And also we have a word Buddha. Buddha meaning a realized soul. If we are not talking about Buddhist religion, Buddha is a realized soul. Just to make it 10, because we exclude Balarama, we also don't consider Lakshmana as the incarnation. They are only Bhagavad Amsas. We add to 10 the name Buddha, realized soul. Once we understand the evolution of the incarnation, namely the fish living in water, the kurma, the tortoise living in water and land, and then they are animals, Matsya and Kurma, and Varaha is the next stage, namely unrefined animal, wild beast, Varaha, and then Narasimha, half lion, half man, improving. Then Vamana, the dwarf, again his emotions are volatile. Parakrama. And then a perfect human being, Rama. Then the perfect God, Krishna. So when we understand all these things, then we are called Buddha, realist. So here we are talking about Shuddha Sattvatika Ashrayamana Vigrahadigal. So meaning, one example is the temple idols. The idols in the temples where we go and worship, they are also called Divya Mangala Vigraha. They are also Aprakrita Sharira, made up of Sattva matter only. All the idols, whether they are metal, mud, stone, whatever it is, so they are to be considered as the Divya Mangala Vigraha. That is what we call Aprakrita Tirumeni in Tamil. They mean namely the body, that is the supernatural body, and they are called Sattva Mayam, full of Sattva. There is no there's no doubt, there's no disbelief. You don't invite any doubt. You don't invite any doubt. And therefore, so all these five forms are approachable by all the individual souls, and therefore we are talking about Lord Mahavishnu as the shelter for all. Then 133. Mahan Prabhuhu Vai Purushaha Tattasya Yeshaha Pravartakaha. Tattasya Yeshaha Pravartakaha. Esha Pravartakaha is there. Mahan Prabhu is the greatest Lord. Prabhu, a boss. Mahan Prabhu is the greatest boss. Mahan, of course, doesn't mean superlative, but we have to take it here. So nobody else is greater than him. Therefore, Mahan Prabhu. Why truly? Definitely. Purushaha, the highest person. Sattvasya pravartakeshaha pravartaka. He only advocates. He only makes a progress of the quality, namely sattva. So when he created the world, he included sattva also. We don't say that the whole world is full of only rajas and tamas. Lot of bad qualities with ignorance of the Lord. So both of them are there, but sattva is also there. Goodness is also there. We also say good people are everywhere. Good people are everywhere. In Sanskrit, we have a special saying. Santaha sarvatra. Good people are everywhere. We have to identify them, that's all. We don't say all the people are bad and all the people are also not good. So we have different categories of people. There are sattva people, rajasika people, and tamasika people. So Lord is the individual pravartakaha of the sattva quality. Namely, he only encourages the creation to have only sattva quality. And then 134, Adityavarnam tamasah parastat. Whenever we refer to the brightness of the Lord, we say hundreds and thousands of lakhs of crores of suns, S-U-N. We don't say single sun. According to Shastra, there are 12 suns, 12 constellations called sun, S-U-N. Adityaha, Dvadasha, 12 Adityas. 12 Adityas include also Lord Vishnu. Aditya Varnam, the color of the sun is white, pure white. And it is beyond the tamasah parastat. It is beyond the darkness. It is beyond the darkness. Meaning, it is better than the darkness. When the sun appears, there is no darkness. Darkness disappears. When sun appears, darkness disappears. And he is now, who is in the color of sun? Lord Mahavishnu. When I say again Lord Mahavishnu, please don't separate the Mahalakshmi. So the divine couple is so colorful, like the sun, and they dismiss the ignorance. They dispel the darkness. Tamasah parastat. Then, practically coming to the brass tacks, Kaha Pundarika Nayanaha. When you try to enjoy the Divya Mangala Vigraha of the Lord, who is lotus-eyed? Question is, who is lotus-eyed? Again, remember Kaha meaning Brahma, Kaha meaning Lord Sriman Narayana. Kaha doesn't mean WHO, World Health Organization. It is the Kaha meaning, so he is the World Wealth Organization, WWO. So Kaha Pundarika Nayanaha, he is lotus-eyed, he is red lotus-eyed, and the lotus-eye beauty has been devoured by Yamunacharya Yamunacharya swallowed the sweetness of the ice, the sweetness of the beauty of the ice. Tamil we have an expression. In Tamil we have an expression. Kannale parugudal. Kannale parugudal. Drink through your eyes. Drink through your eyes. Chandogya Upanishad also says you can exchange your sense organs to different activities between them. Eyes can hear. Chakshushrotram. Chakshushrotram. The eye becomes the ear. The ear becomes the eye. You can see through ear. You can hear through eye. You can talk through smell. Talk through the nose. You also talk through the nose. So talk through the nose. Taste by the skin. So anyway, so you can exchange the activities of Indriya, the sense organ. So also, Sri Yamunacharya experienced the beauty of the eye of the Lord. So Swanubhava Ananda Triptiyalum. Not only became blissful, but also became contented, became satisfied by the enjoyment of the beauty. He never even was longing for further beauty. Once he saw and enjoyed the beauty, it was sufficient for him. So Ananda Tripti. Then Ashitarthamana Nirmaiகளுக்கு பிரகாசகமாகும். Now all of us are individual souls. We always become devotees. We all surrender to God. So Ashrita. We are all Ashrita. We have now surrendered to God. We have got some purpose for surrendering to God. We have got aims, goals while we surrender to God. So that goal is, of course, doing service. Kainkaryam is moksham. Moksham is the aspiration, ambition of the devotee. So Ashrita Arthamana Nirmaiகளுக்கு. So whenever we approach the Lord should take care of us. The Lord should care for us. He cannot remain aloof also. So we understand that the Lord is merciful, compassionate. The divine couple is so merciful that they don't differentiate the status of the individual soul. Namely, an individual soul is not educated, he is not rich, he has no social status, nothing. So in spite of it, they don't differentiate. The divine couple does not differentiate between two individual souls by status, and that is called Nirmai, otherwise called Shaushilyam. Nirmai in Tamil is called Shaushilyam. Lord Sivan Narayana has the best quality called Shaushilyam, the sense character, a good character he has because he has no partiality towards others. That is more important. No partiality. Na pakshapati. He never has a bias towards the devotee. Therefore, this beauty of the eye explains that that Lord is easily approachable. Saulabhyam, Sulabaha, Sridhara, Sulabhat Sada. Lord becomes easily accessible. Lord becomes also Saushilyaha, Sushilaha, a person of good character because he doesn't differentiate between different types of status among the individual souls. So, Sarveshwaratva Suchakamana Tirukkangalai Udayavan. And again, the question is, who is that person who has got beautiful eyes, which tell you that he is the highest Lord? How can we understand by the eye that he is the highest Lord? Because the eye of the Lord looking like a lotus, more than a lotus, attracts all, and therefore it indicates, his divine eyes indicate that he is the all leader of all. All leadership remains with him, vested in him. So that is the, so now you understand that the eyes are very important in a body, not only to see, but also to express emotion. You can show anger by the eye, you can show love by the eye, you can show affection by the eye, you can laugh with your eye. You need not laugh with your mouth, you can laugh with your eye. You can show your contentment through the eye. That means you can bring all the 11 sentiments. You can show your devotion to the eye. Because when the tears of happiness fall down from the eye, it means that you are highly devoted. So we say when your throat is choked, when you are telling stotras, we are not able to pronounce them properly because your devotion is very high. So meaning so many what you call, so the eye can show all the emotions. So it can show veeram, it can show the heroism, it can show the compassion, karuna. Then it can also show disgust. You contract your eye, say you don't want to see something. You are disgusted with it. You want to get done with it. You don't want to see. So you say contract your eye, make your eyes smaller, so that you don't want to look at something. Disgusted, bibhatsam. Then you can show surprise in your eye. Amazing expression you can make with your eyes. Awesome expression. Oh, Ashcharyam. Very, very wonderful. So you can show your eyes, show the emotion by the eye. So in all this, we understand that Lord Sriman Narayana is a Sarveshwara, the Lord of all. 135. Tasya yatha pundarikam eva akshini. This is again the famous sentence that we find between the teacher, namely Yadava Prakasha, and Sri Ramanuja. Kapyasam pundarikmeva akshini. Did not mention here. So Kapyasam meaning the blossomed flower, lotus flower through the sun. The sun made the lotus flower blossom. So the lotus flower, the blossomed lotus flower is the simile for the beauty of the eye. So Pundarikam, the lotus, Eva, Evam, in this way, Akshini, there are two eyes, Akshini. Akshini, Akshini. The Sanskrit words are Akshi means eye, one eye. Akshi, Akshini, two eyes. Akshini. Then the middle syllable becomes long in vowel. The last syllable out of the three syllables, last vowel is Kharaswa, short vowel. That becomes three eyes. Three eyes, Lord Shiva. So Akshini, three eyes also Lord Narasimha. Therefore, on the Trayodashi day evening, called the Mahapradosham, both Lord Lakshmi Narasimha and Lord Shiva are worshipped. Special pujas are performed. So Pundarikam eva Akshini, the lotus itself, lotus is so beautiful like the eyes. The eyes are beautiful like the lotus. So again, we understand. Can you give a scale to the beauty? Can we all give a measurement of beauty? Can you put a degree for the beauty? How much a percentage of beauty? Can you give a scale? We cannot give a scale to beauty. In each of our own vision, we have different what we call standards. The Buddha story says, just like Ranganatha's incident, in Ramanuja's life, there was a person who always felt that his wife's beauty is the highest, and then Buddha comes and tells him in what we call Jataka tales. He says, compare a monkey with your wife. Compare a monkey with your wife. Is the monkey more beautiful than your wife, or your wife is more beautiful than the monkey? So it is only in our eyes. So he says, the man says, my wife is more beautiful than the monkey. Then he says, I will show you a person, a lady, who is more beautiful than your wife. So he shows the celestial nymph, Apsaras, Swarga Roka Apsaras. He shows a lady from the heaven. And look at, compare your wife with the Apsaras. Then he says, the celestial nymph is more beautiful than my wife. So after showing the celestial nymph, then he says, he shows, let us look at the Lord. When we look at the Lord is more beautiful than the Apsara. Finally, the man surrenders to the Lord. So this is what we call the stage. But we have no standards. We have our own standards of individual standards of beauty, but that beauty is not the limitation. And therefore, again, the incarnations are beautiful. So among the incarnations, we have some different opinions about some incarnations. I wanted to say that because Mahavaraha, the great boar, B-O-A-R, Mahavaraha, Putta Padma Lochanaha. If you see the photo of the Varaha there, so in every photo you find that the eyes are looking like lotus. Really, in a great boar, in an animal, in the beast, in the forest, we may not have such beauty. But whereas Putta Padma Lochanaha, Putta very clear, Padma lotus, Lochanam eye. So Putta Padma Lochanaha is a Lord Varaha, Lord the great boar has the very beautiful eyes like the lotus. It is very clear also. Putta means clear. The beauty is very obvious. It is understood very easily. In Mahavaraha, to take the form, Mahavaraha is beastly form, but the eyes are compassionate. Of course, many incarnations, including Vamana. We have at least Vamana minimum killing. Namuchi was killed, whereas you find in other incarnations, many are killed. Many demons are killed. And in this process, Varaha saved the earth from the demon called Hiranyaksha, and therefore he has to be angry. He has to kill him, and therefore his face will be contracted. His face will have a lot of changes. Then the face will not be beautiful, but his eyes are compassionate. But his eyes look at the world. He saves the world from the danger of the extinction of the scriptures, and therefore his eyes are compassionate. Then Jitante Pundarikaksha. This is from Jitante Stotram, from Atharva Veda. Jitante Stotram is a very big stotram. Jitam, one, W-O-N. Say your, meaning you have victory. Hey Pundarikaksha, hey lotus-eyed Lord, O lotus-eyed Lord, you have won, you have defeated. Defeated what? So many others. Jitante Pundarik. We have got a very long poem called Jitante Stotram. It has become popular very recently. For the past 50 years, Jitante Stotram has become very, very popular, especially among the people connected with the temple, Agamas, when they are related to Pancharatra Agamas or Vaikhanas Agamas. The Jitante Stotram is the special prayer which the priests know today. Priests ought to know. They don't know him, they must know. Jitante Stotram. They will have to recite in the temple. Pancharatra and Vaikhanata Agamas recommend that the Jitante Stotram has to be read, recited, used for the puja. So Jitante Stotram. The meaning, a lotus-eyed man, Lord, namely Sriman Narayana, triumphs over all, wins over all, defeats everybody. Tayai Alikkinda Tandamarai Kanna. We are talking about the what we call Periya Thirumozhi quotation. We are going to see both the Periya Thirumozhi quotation. So Tayai Alikkinda Tandamarai Kanna. Tandamarai Kanna, since the lotus is growing in water, so it is always cool. It is always cool. So the eyes of the Lord also are cool. Shitalam. So Tandamarai is the cool lotus. Cool lotus. So Tayai Alikindra, so he looks at us like a mother. He looks at us like a mother. Mother taking care of the children. So we are all children to him, to her. And therefore he takes care of us like a mother, as affectionate as a mother. So each, because there are so many individual souls in the world, that each one of them is carried by the goddess and God. Please remember, Tayai Alikindra, he has become the mother, Lord has become the mother, and therefore we ask him, Purushottamaha Kaha. Next word is Purushottamaha. Unnai Valiya, Purushanam, Utkrishtatamarai Irikkirar or. The next again question, Purushottamaha is Lord Vishnu Kaha. Now the question is, there is nobody else who is better than you. So the question is there anybody else who is better than you? No, there is no one better than you. Unnai Valiya, than you, Purushanam, among the beings, among the living beings, Utkrishta Tamar, the superlative deity. Utkrishta, best. Utkrishta Tama is the best. The best in the sense, what we call Shakespearean superlative. Shakespearean superlative, the most highest. The most highest is superlative degree of the Shakespeare literature. So Purushanam Utkrishta Tamara Irikkirar are claimed. But the question is, who is that Purushottama? It is Lord. Yasmat Ksharam Atitoham. 137, we will take it up in the next session. 137. And we can take the quotations from Periya Thirumozhi 771 and 779 for understanding more the concept of this particular verse. Over to Yashoda Swami. Already we saw the word Thiruvukkum Thiruvagiya Selva. Shiyashrihi. Shiyashrihi. Devathukku Arase. Suppose you call somebody a god, your titular deity, your favorite god, so he is the king of gods. Devathukku Arase. Shayya Kanna. Shayya Kanna is excellent Kanna, excellent Lord Krishna. Then Uruvat Chenjudalari Vallani. So he has a chakram in his hand, and only chakram, the Sudarshana chakram is only a paraphernalia, is only an ornament to him. In fact, he beautifies the ornament. So Uruvat Chenjudar, Ari Vallani, his whole Vigraha, whole figure is as bright as the sun god. And again, crores of sun. Ulahu unda oruva, we saw that he consumed the world. That is what we call the last part of the triple activity. Triple activity is creation, sustenance, and destruction. The destruction, we say that he follows the entire creation. So, Ulahu unda oruva. Thirumarba, this is very important here. Goddess Mahalakshmi is on his chest, and therefore we call it Thirumarba. Marbu chest, Pakshasthalam, and Thirumarba is she is there on the chest. So, ஒருவர்க்கு ஆற்றி உய்யும் வகை என்றால் உடன் நின்று ஐவர் என்னுள் புகுந்து ஒழியாது அறிவித்தின்னிட அஞ்சி நின்னடைந்தேன் அழுந்தோர் மேல் திசை நின்று அப்பா. So this is about 5 sense organs. If we are not resorting to the Lord, so these 5 sense organs will confuse us, and therefore they will make us afraid. So Alvar is praying, Thirumangai Alvar is praying to the Lord that he is resorting to the Lord, he is surrendering to the Lord because he is afraid of these 5 sense organs. So the English sentence, wealth of the wealth lady, wealth laden cloud hued, eyes like the lotus and king of the gods, oh beautiful, radiant, discussed wheeler, follower of the world, that's what we say. Ulahe unda uruva, bearer of Sri in the chest, when even one sense is hard to fulfill. So the point where he keeps the goddess of fortune on the chest, meaning their opinions do not differ. They never think differently. Their thought is same. So that is the meaning of the position of Mahalakshmi in the chest of the Lord. So not able to bear that pressure, I came to you, namely, 5 of them have entered all at the same time. All the 5 sense organs. Panchak Jnanendriyana. So Lord in residence in Western Alundur. Alundur is the name of the Divya Kshetram where Lord resides.
It seems like in this discussion we were talking in the beginning very much about the sameness and difference, the relationship between Sri and the Lord. And it seems like here the Deshika Sampradaya's ideas that Sri is basically equal to the Lord are being mentioned here by Perivachan Pillai in the commentary, at least the way you're explaining it. So I'm just wondering if Perivachan Pillai was before. It seems to in history he comes before the more distinct split between the Vadigalas.
Yeah, before the division started.
Yeah, before the division.
Prominent.
Yeah, right. So he's not being sectarian when he says this. So it's another proof of the Deshika Sampradaya's contention that Sri is Ishwarakoti and she's equal to the Lord in many ways, like that.
Right.
Okay, so I think that's very interesting to me. I want to see more evidence from the earlier acharyas of clear understandings about the nature of Sri. And so that was very interesting to me. I do see.
I have taken some guidance from Dr. M. Narasimhacharya when he did his doctorate in Panchastavam. He mentioned in the case of first 8 verses of Sri Stavam, the concept of Sri. So actually I got it from him, and then I included it under my MPhil thesis project called Sri Stuti, Vedanta Deshika Sri Stuti. I took the whole concept of Sri, and he was my examiner also. He corrected my papers, valued my papers, and the beauty is because of my teaching for 13 years, after which I wrote an examination for the first time. After 13 years of no touch, I couldn't cope up with the speed of writing for 3 hours at a stretch, sitting for 3 hours at a stretch in the university, in my own alma mater. I could write all the 25 slokas of Sri Stuti and give the meaning, because I had it by rote, by memory. Whereas in the other two examinations, I wrote six answers for 62 marks. Only 62 marks. So I got 62. So meaning 100%.
Swami, can we read your thesis on Sri Stuti?
Yeah, it is going to be published by Vishnu Mohan Foundation, Chennai.
Oh, very
And
nice.
they have already given me a Xerox copy of my thesis.
Yeah, but I'd like to read that.
Do you know if it's on the net on Sodaganga? There's a website called Sodaganga that has all of many of the PhD theses, different theses.
Right.
Is it there? Can it be found there?
No, I think the UGC has not taken into account. There's a list of this is only MPhil thesis. My PhD was on Yatiraja Vijayam, allegorical play by Srinivasacharya. It's called Chinna Ghatika Shatam Ammad, the preceptor of the first Adivan Shatakopa Vedanta Mahadeshika Swami, namely first Ariya singer of Akobalamai. So only PhD titles generally are available in the net by UGC, and unless the university gives these names of titles, they will not be able to.
Right, but it's in Tamil.
Pardon? No,
it's written in
my MPhil thesis was in English, and my PhD was in Sanskrit.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Very nice, Swami.
Yeah, but regarding the Sanskrit PhD thesis, one of my friends wanted complete translation into English, but I have given him so far only some bits, as what we call the beauty of the drama. But I must give slowly. I must actually publish it in English so that others can understand. There was a foreign examiner, and he studied word by word, or just $10, just $10, and he underlined some words to make me explain in the public viva. He went through every word. I was very much surprised, rather shocked to know that he studied all the words of. He was asking some questions to me.
The foreigners are normally very dedicated, Swami. Once they put their interest into it, they go through it.
Yeah, especially when they are abroad. And when my professor wanted examiners from any foreign country, 49 people were approached. 49 scholars were approached. Everybody refused. So that is also one greatest quality of some people who will refuse the offer because they don't know the subject. My brother did it on Krishna Yajurveda Taittiriya Samhita. Nobody was prepared to accept his thesis for valuation, adjudication. And then they appointed Indian exam. But after trying for 49 people, then they appointed a Chevalier Award Dr. N.S. Ramanujatatacharya for adjudication.
स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
श्रीमत्कृष्ण समात्वाय नमो यामुनसूनवे यत्कटाक्ष एकलक्ष्याणां सुलभः श्रीधरः सदा नमः यामुनपाद अब्ज वेणुभिः पावित आत्मने विदित अखिल वेद्याय गुरवे विदित आत्मने
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।